Guys, hold on to your junk because COVID's coming for your crotch. Take a look at this.
Infection. We now know that people could have long-term health effects from this virus, neurologic complications. And now for men who are watching this, there is some real concern here that men could have long-term issues of erectile dysfunction from this virus because we know that it causes issues in the vasculature. So this is something that is of real concern. So not just that this virus can kill you, but can actually cause long-term, lifelong, potentially complications.
So that's obviously very serious on top of everything else we found out. Quick note, did anybody else think that she was kind of smiling just a little bit while she was saying that? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so a lot of people haven't really taken it serious up until this point. The threat of death, for themselves and their family and their friends hasn't been enough. The long-term like chewing up of your heart and your lungs hasn't been enough. But the possibility that you could suffer erectile dysfunction, is that maybe the thing that'll get through to them, Francesca?
Where was this months ago? We should have been talking about this. You got that COVID D, you got the whiskey D, now you got COVID D. It's the vasculature, That's gonna be on every Tinder profile now. Have you had COVID? Okay. Look, it's the lasting effects of COVID are no laughing matter, of course. It's incredibly serious. But look, we've been reduced to our lizard dumb brains in this moment. So if the worry for not being able to get it up gets you to put a mask on your stupid face, let's talk about it. Let's do it. I know also some people are like, well, it might be kind of good because that means anti-maskers won't be able to procreate. And I do think that might be an added benefit. I'm not gonna. Maybe good. But I do know that in 2024, Trump's slogan, this is my thing, is not gonna be "Make America Great Again." It's gonna be, "Make my junk work again." And it'll bring people out. Make it average again.
Look, and if you're watching this and if you're a conservative male, I wanna come at you from two directions here. So one is the obvious one. It's that wearing the mask can protect your ability to have an erection. That is certainly good. But I also want you to understand that still would require you to wear a mask. And I know you're under a lot of peer pressure to not take the virus seriously. But also understand, if you continue to not wear a mask, what message that is sending to the world. Not the message it's been sending this whole time, which is that you don't care if you infect someone with a disease and they die. That's bad enough. You're sending the world the message that you're not worried about getting erectile dysfunction. What's one reason why a guy might not be worried about getting it? Because he already has it. I'm just saying, maybe if you continue to not wear a mask, you're sending the message to the world that you're already pushing rope, buddy. I'm just saying. Lives are on the line.
This is why Joe Rogan has been a little bit of a lightweight anti-masker, because he's pushing, isn't he pushing pills for the vasculature anyway? Isn't he pushing boner pills?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just think if we can get through to Joey, if you're listening, I'm not gonna talk about the white supremacists that you've given platforms to. Just please, it's about your dingling. Put a mask on your face. It's not manly because it actually will literally emasculate you if you don't put a mask on. So in fact, the entire opposite of what you and other people have portrayed mask wearing as, which is, I'm not gonna get sick.
Yeah. And I want to make sure, just in case, I'm not a mind reader. I'm looking at the chat and YouTube and Twitch. I don't know for sure this is what they're thinking, but I want to get out in front of it. I do not want you to now begin thinking about people like Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani and thinking about the fact that they're potentially going to suffer this. That Donald Trump is going to go from years and years of sex being accompanied by a fear that he's never actually going to satisfy a woman to now being able to not even physically satisfy in the first place. Don't think about that. This is a personal tragedy, and I don't want you to have any schadenfreude. By the way, can I also mention one thing? So that doctor that you saw there has been the progenitor of a million articles about this. This is a thing that now people are talking about, including on our show. But to be fair, I think this was from July. There's an article, I wanna give you one of their conclusions. This is from a scientific article. Despite being a trivial matter for patients in intensive care units, erectile dysfunction is a likely consequence of COVID-19 for survivors. That was in a journal back in July. And it didn't get coverage then. It was only once one of the people went on TV that suddenly we're talking about it. But this is not a new thing. There was concern about that before. And again, this is like one of the least serious consequences of all. We're talking about mental health problems that have been linked long-term to COVID, as well as problems with your lungs, problems with your arteries, problems with your heart. There's lots of reasons to wear a mask. Now we've just got an additional one for you.
I'm just scared because if incels weren't bad enough now, think about what they're gonna be like when they are dealing with COVID consequences, can't get it up. I'm scared. I'm just scared for this country.
The Cove cells. I'm worried about them. Incel 19. Anyway, okay, so this is for today. This is our last bit of just please take this seriously. We tried in advance of Thanksgiving. Clearly the damage report wasn't successful, but now we got Christmas coming up. Just please take it seriously. For your sake, if not for anything else. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.